welcome back to another episode of On a Mission. I'm your host, Dr. Wendy Norfleet with Norfleet Integrated Solutions, and it's my pleasure to have with me today Christina Singleton with the NEAT Squad, and we'll learn what that means. Welcome, Christina.
Well, hi, Wendy. Thank you for having me today.
So, the NEAT Squad. What is the NEAT Squad?
So we organize home and photos. So that means decluttering, downsizing, in prep for a move, or seniors who just have too much stuff and they want to downsize to assisted living or a smaller space. We also install custom closets and pantries now. So,
oh, wow.
So all things home organizing and then photo organizing.
Okay.
So we take your photos, physical and digital photos, organize them, put them all together in a digital collection so you can pass it down to your kids.
Oh, that sounds great, especially about the photos, because it used to be a time where you took photos and you got the copies, and some of them have double copies, and I was like, oh my gosh, why did I get all these copies of photos?
Yeah, now you don't even know what's on your phone.
Right. And so how did you get into this?
Well, I was a teacher for 10 years, and I just, my mental health was fading, and I just really needed to change it up and figure out what I want to do with my life. So I started decluttering my own life, and that's when I realized that I could do this for other people and help them improve their mental health. And
it truly is mental health relief, because I noticed that for me, I can stand clutter as long as I have one space that I can go to and like breathe, kind of think. But when they're all like that, then it's like clutters even my mind sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. So even in your office, when you sit down and work, if there's piles of papers everywhere, it's really hard to focus and get to work. So when you come in your home, you don't want to see all that clutter when you walk in, or you're already walking in stressed.
Oh.
So
that just has to be a great relief when you help somebody and then they just like, oh my God, I didn't even know that it was causing that much stress.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's the biggest decluttering project you ever worked on?
Ooh, that's a hard question. I mean, every project is very unique.
Right.
So sometimes we go in and it's just a closet or just a room. Sometimes it's the whole house, and we work for
So you've done a whole house
months.
before?
Yeah, and we'll work for months, maybe once a week, every other week, sometimes a couple days a week until we finish the project and just go through all of the stuff together.
Okay. And so give me an example. Like, say if I ask you to come into a room and it's a lot of stuff. And so what is the first thing you do? Like, walk through the process.
Yeah, so the first thing we would do is talk about your goals and what do you actually want the space to look like? What do you want to use it for? And then once we decide our goals, we take everything out of the room, and then we start deciding what actually should be in the room.
Okay.
And so we declutter, let go of some things, and then we bring back what's important and find an organizational system like shelving or, some kind of structure that's going to help you keep it organized.
That's great. So you almost work like an interior designer, because I know a lot of times when they're working on a room, they'll take everything out and say, okay, we need to see the bones.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure out what should be in there. So you kind of do the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. But interior designer probably doesn't want any of the stuff to go
back.
Right.
You just want everything, but you keep the furniture, but you want everything else that's cluttering out.
Yeah. And look, clutter isn't all bad, right? So it's okay to have some things and some clutter as long as we know where it is and it's put away. Okay. So everything should have a home.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. So if someone is, interested in learning more about this or want your services, because Lord knows if I can pay somebody to come in and do up my whole house, I would. How do they do that?
So they can reach us on our website at theneatsquad.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Christina, thank you so much.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you so much for joining us today and learning more about Christina Singleton and the NEAT Squad. Please go to neatsquad.com to learn more, and we'll see you next time on Buzz TV.